Hello everyone, welcome to Mom TV. Today we have super sensational mom and daughter jodi with us, and this is Mother's Day special episode. And they are Chahat Dalal and Rashmi Chhabra Dalal. They have really wonderful journey. I have it here, right here. Rashmi Chhabra Dalal, she is a freelancer of events, especially in Dubai, for the elite weddings. Interesting. Defense parties, and has been an empowering mom to beautiful and Chahat Dalal. She is a professional pilot. Interesting, isn't it? When she turned 18, she got commercial pilot license, graduated in music in London, finalist of Miss India Universe 2014 and Miss India World 2015. Wow, simply wow. This beautiful lady owns a fashion property which is called as Dazzle Dust, which hosts fashion events, shows and after parties which are for the elites. So welcome, lovely ladies.
Thank you for having us.
I was expecting a mum, but we see both sisters.
Thank you so much. You made our day.
I think happiness is the secret of looking so young.
So very interesting. I was scrolling through your profile and found very interesting to see the bonding between a mum and a daughter, so beautifully expressive. So what's that key to the success of your relationship?
Well, I think that when the child is younger, if we devote time with the child and, include the child in every important conversation, be there for them, just love them the way they are and, just enjoy their growing up years. I think that ends in a beautiful bonding ultimately.
Yeah, I think it's not the quantity of time that she's spent with me, but it's the quality time that we have. Making sure even if it's like half an hour a day that we get together, she would always invest her heart and soul into knowing how my day went or what I want to do. So it was more like I'm having a conversation with a friend without having any inhibitions. It was never that, okay, if I come back and say this to mom and she'll probably flip. Yes, I was always disciplined. You can't have a Battamiz child. So it was not that, but she would explain it to me by saying, Chahat, you're such a good girl. Would a good girl do such bad things? So it never brought down my confidence.
She helped you introspect.
She helped me introspect, saying that you're a wonderful girl. Wonderful girls don't do things like this. So I think just the approach to her way of teaching me was wonderful, I would say.
And this really is important when you condition your child.
Absolutely. This is what I believe, yes.
And what's that emotional investment you have made to make her so successful and empowered?
I have been just encouraging in whatever she does. When she came back for advice, I was there for her. I just gave her the input. I did not force her into something. I just told her this is the way I feel, and then I let her make the right choices for herself, which increased her confidence in many ways, yes.
There was never like a moment where she would say, okay, but that one is doing this, so you should also do that. She said, do what makes you happy. If something makes you happy and you know that you are going to excel at what you're doing, take that jump of faith. Just don't think about it. And she was always my backbone, I would say, that I had confidence that no matter what, my mom is standing with me and I can come back with anything, for advice, for complaining. So everything, she was my go-to person, and till date is. Now she's my best friend.
Oh, that's very sweet, isn't it? No wonder you're a go-getter.
Yeah.
I learned by example. As she says, I always seen her never give up. Always be on point. It was never ki kal ho sakta hai to kal kar lege. It's like when you can do it today, why wait for tomorrow? We have so many other things to do tomorrow. So that attitude is something I picked up from her, and I think everything I've achieved, it would not have been possible without her support.
That's so sweet.
Wow.
You really made my Mother's Day special.
Oh, already. Yes. Okay. And it's quite interesting to see you all working on a common project.
Yes.
Okay. So how did that really come up, the conceptualization and working together especially?
Well, she's been a model for quite many years now because of being her finalist in Miss India and other things, and she suddenly thought that she wants to go a step higher and do something new, something herself. So that's how it started, and when she spoke to me about it, I said we'll do it together and I'll organize it with you. That's how we did it. Would you like to say something?
I think rather than looking anywhere outside, because I've seen the way she administrates at home, I think to run a house is the biggest task, especially with so many family members, and not only running one house, because my dad doesn't stay here, he lives in Nepal because of work, so she's not only organizing this house but that other house. And when I see everything is always so systematic, I had absolutely no question in my heart of bringing anybody else on board, but it was her without a second thought. And I'm so glad I took that gamble and made her part of the event, because I think the success it reached was only because of her.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So you all do events only in Dubai, or it's in Pune as well?
This is the first one we have done in Pune, but yes, sky's the limit.
Great. And yeah, Chahat, you're into music, you're a pilot, you're in fashion industry and whatnot. How come? Like, which is the section you enjoy the most, and which is the next one you're looking forward to?
Well, I believe you have one life, and you should not restrict yourself. You shouldn't limit yourself. If your heart is interested in doing something, I think you should follow your heart. Mom had always told me, you complete your education first, and then if you want to get into something else and something that makes you happy, never a harm. So when Miss India came my way, I actually came and said, oh, should I continue flying, or should I, give this a chance? And she sat down and said that modeling is something that will probably last 4 years, 5 years. Do it. If you get an opportunity, don't hold yourself back. Just go for it. And I think the confidence that I have that my family's got my back,
Yes.
does not restrict me in any way.
Truly important to know.
Very important to know, because a lot of parents are like, no, you have to become an engineer, you have to become a doctor, we have time frames. So for me, I remember my mother said, nothing succeeds like success. If you have, the potential for it and you are hardworking enough, you can really make it in life.
True that. Very true. And coming to you, you are a entrepreneur as well.
Yes.
So which are the challenges you have faced, especially while balancing your momhood and your career life?
See, the main challenge I faced was that I've been a full-time homemaker and a mom for a complete 25 to 26 years. So getting into the real
All
world
dedicated.
again, yes, and then meeting new people and, making new friends, I was hesitant, definitely, because all these years, all that I did was take care of the home, take care of the family, which I thoroughly enjoyed. It's not that I have any regrets on that, but yes, it was a challenge when I did get out into the real world and started doing something of my own. It was a change, but a good change.
Good change.
Yes.
And how have you grown as an entrepreneur?
I think every day we grow as a person, and in whatever work we do also, every day is growth in the positive direction.
Yes. Right. And this dazzle dust, this sounds really interesting. Could you little explain us?
Oh, okay. So we were just actually sitting one evening and we were like, let's do something different. Let's, get a twist to the industry that I'm working in. So we had an evening over drinks. We brainstormed. We came up with this idea. And I have to give her the credit for the name, because I've got a lot of
Yes,
compliments.
I loved it. Dazzle dust.
Yeah, so it was her creativity that kind of put us on the right direction, and we thought let's bring a twist to the fashion world. So we decided to have these fashion shows followed by great fashion parties where you can meet people, collaborate with them, a platform for everyone to make contacts and probably increase their horizon. And not only for fashion people, for people in every walk of industry, because I think the best part is socializing in such events.
Very important.
You
in
get to
today's
meet
era.
more people, your reach increases, and you're having fun. So it's, the best of both things together. So that's what we targeted, that's what we're aiming at, and that's what we're working towards every day.
Very, very cool. And what's that inspiring message you would like to give across to our viewers, being a proud daughter?
I have to tell everyone that, you need to value your mother's time that she's put into you, for your upbringing, for making sure that where we are today is only because of our parents, and for the love and support that they give us. So a lot of people my age too, I've seen them, they do not come back home and value what they have. They're most of the times, aloof from their parents, they get estranged, but we need to realize that they're our parents, they really love us, and they would never give us any wrong advice. Whatever they say is for our benefit. So it's very important to come back every day, tell your parents about how your day has gone, and look for advice, because they only have the best at their heart for you. So that's all I would like to say, value your parents.
So beautifully said.
Beautifully, Chahat.
Thank
You
you.
stole my heart.
Thank you very much.
I really want my daughter to speak like that.
I'm sure she will. You're a beautiful mom
Oh,
yourself.
thank you. And Rashmi, what's that beautiful, inspiring message from your side to the all mompreneurs watching you?
I think we should all accept our children as blessings from God. They truly are. Every child is unique, every child is special. Recognize that, develop that in your child, give them the confidence, support them, be there for them whenever they need them, and just continue to give your whole love towards them all the time. That is all they need, the love and support and encouragement.
Yes, great, great. So that was Rashmi Dalal and her beautiful daughter Chahat Dalal. What an inspiring message, isn't it? So stay tuned with us for more powerful stories on this Mother's Day. Thank you.